A hallway in my apartment building changed length overnight. That sounds ridiculous, but I don't know how else to explain it. This happened last winter. I live in a pretty normal apartment complex outside Denver. Nothing fancy. 3 floors. Long indoor hallways. Same beige carpet everywhere. I've lived here for almost 4 years, so I know the layout without thinking about it. My unit is on the 3rd floor near the stairwell. From the elevator to my apartment door is exactly 12 ceiling lights. I know that because I used to count them absent-mindedly while carrying groceries upstairs. 12 lights. Every time. One night I got home from work around 11 p.m. The hallway looked wrong immediately. Not dramatically wrong. Just stretched. That's honestly the best word for it. The elevator doors opened and the hallway seemed longer than normal. At first I thought maybe I was just tired. Then I started walking. And walking. And walking. I remember looking up and realizing I had already passed more lights than usual. 15. Then 16. My apartment door still wasn't there. That's when I stopped. I actually turned around because for a second I genuinely thought I got off on the wrong floor. But the elevator was still behind me. Same painting on the wall. Same dent near the trash room door. Same ugly carpet stain near apartment 314. Everything looked normal except the hallway itself. I kept walking. Eventually I reached my apartment. But my door was farther down than it should have been. A lot farther. I unlocked it, went inside, and just stood there feeling unsettled. I even checked the floor number through the peephole to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. 3rd floor. Correct apartment. Everything normal. The next morning, I left for work and the hallway was completely normal again. 12 lights. Exact same distance as always. I actually walked it twice before leaving because I felt stupid for how freaked out I got the night before. I almost convinced myself I imagined it. Then 2 days later it happened again. This time I wasn't alone. My neighbor Ian got off the elevator with me. We both started walking, and after a few seconds he slowed down and said, "Does this hallway feel insanely long to you right now?" The second he said that, my stomach dropped. I asked him what he meant. He looked around and said, "I swear your apartment is usually way closer than this." We both stopped walking. The hallway looked normal visually. That's the weird part. It didn't look stretched like in a movie. The distance just wasn't right. Like walking through it took longer than the space should allow. Ian laughed nervously and said, "Okay, that's actually creepy." Then he pulled out his phone flashlight and pointed it down the hallway. I still think about what happened next. The light didn't reach the end properly. It faded too early. Not gradually, it just sort of stopped. Like the hallway swallowed it. Ian noticed too because he immediately lowered the phone and said, "Nope." We walked faster after that. When we finally reached our doors, both of us just stood there for a second without saying anything. Then Ian said, "If this happens again, I'm taking the stairs." The next morning everything was normal again. 12 lights, regular distance, normal hallway. Ian acted weirdly quiet after that. We didn't really discuss it much. It felt embarrassing to talk about out loud. A few weeks later I ran into him downstairs while checking the mail. I joked about the hallway. He didn't laugh. He just looked at me and said, "You counted the lights too, right?" I said yes. Then he said, "How many were there the second time?" I told him 16. He got pale immediately. Then he said, "I counted 16 too." A month after that, Ian moved out. No warning. One day his apartment was occupied. The next day it was empty. I asked the building manager if something happened. She just said he broke his lease unexpectedly. The really unsettling part happened last week. I got home late again. The hallway looked normal. 12 lights. I remember actually feeling relieved. Then one of the ceiling lights near my apartment flickered. Just once. And for maybe half a second, I saw another light farther beyond my door where there shouldn't be one. A 13th light. Then it was gone.